Hello, I have 111 commander decks, and that is too many. Every single day, I'm going to take a look at one of them, and I'm going to decide, do I cut this deck, or do I keep it? So today and tomorrow, we'll be going over these decks, which are kind of like a paired deck thing I did. This one that we're going over today is going to be Iroas, God of Victory. The other one, just to show you, is Mogus, God of the Slaughter. So these are both Theron gods that represent battle in some way. Mogus, the God of Slaughter, represents sort of the depravity and murderous nature of battle, where everyone's dying. And then Iroas is the God of Victory, so he's like the glory and military pride of battle. So I think that's kind of cool that they did that split. And I really like the Theron gods in general, so I wanted to make these dual sort of commander decks. And I was like, okay, what can we do with Iroas? So Iroas, 4 mana, 7/4, indestructible, but he isn't a creature if you don't have enough devotion to red and white. And then he gives all your creatures menace and to prevent all damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control. So I really like the Theron gods. I think they play really well, where you get like this minor effect for a while, and then once you get enough permanents on board, you turn on this giant monster, and he is indestructible, so he doesn't die very often. So I like them a lot, and I was like, what can I do with this guy? Well, let's focus on preventing all damage that we dealt to attacking creatures that I control. So we have things like a Keldon Flame Sage. When it swings, you look at the top X cards of your library, and then you can cast an instant or sorcery from among those, as long as its power is big enough. So if we have a bunch of things that cast when we attack, then we can play something like a Blasphemous Act or a Chain Reaction while all our creatures are swinging, and Iroas is going to prevent all damage that we dealt. So we're trying to play like these big Flame Rift, Flame Sweeping, Chain Reaction board wipes, but because our creatures are attacking, they'll all survive, and then they can, like, through the fire and flames, come in and kill your opponent once all their blockers are dead. And there's a couple, like, instant speed things that do this, too, to do 2 damage. Unfortunately, there's not too many, and that's a big problem with the deck, is it just doesn't work that well. There just isn't enough of these effects to make it work properly. Things like Magma Quake are good. But yeah, I think that I have a few other Boros decks that do the attacky thingy. We saw one with Athari. We're going to see another later. And so I'm just going to cut this deck. We don't need it anymore. It's kind of redundant with my other decks. I also wanted to note on episode 50, so a couple episodes from now, I will be doing a raffle for one of the decks I cut. So you could get this deck or any other deck of your choice. But yeah, keep tuned for episode 50 for that.